Right then, so let's go through from the beginning here then. So, okay, one thing you're gonna have to do to start off with is make sure you label everything. Task one, like 1A, 1B, 1C. So that's your first note, yeah. Otherwise, it's gonna be very difficult for you by Christmas to find all your work again. You won't know where it all is, and it'll cause you loads more stress. So I'm just going to go chronologically here, yeah. So that's your music video there. Let's go to major and indie artist. Okay. So this is your prep work, I presume, is it? Yeah. Okay. So that's your mainstream and your indie one, yeah. Okay. All right. So that's not technically a report at the moment. So we may be using that a little bit later on. Yeah. So yeah, because there's if you have a look at your handouts, that's one of the assignments is strategies used by major labels, indie labels and artists in their videos. So that was a prep for that particular thing. So you've got your major artist here you're writing about, Demi. So you've talked about the image, very good. Talked about the budget, we talked about synergy and product placement. Good, excellent, right. So at the moment this is pretty detailed. Yeah, this is pretty detailed. Now I'd say you're looking, just be careful your spelling mistake on there, synergy. Okay, you've got an extra R in there that needs to come out. Okay. Okay, good. Yep, and again, that one there, you've got a spelling mistake there, just be careful. Okay, you've got quite a lot on here, mate, which is good. The one thing that we don't really talk about much, though, that you need to develop is this section. Okay, because this is what we're using to try and hit that criteria. Alright, now the strategies used by labels is on the prep work here, that was the reading. So if we go to my blog, if we go to September, and the post you want is this one here, Purpose of Music Videos 3, Major, Indies and Self-Produced. Alright, now when you click on that, you'll see there's this wheel here. So which type would see that? Do you remember we did this in class? Yeah. What type of label would that describe their approach to music videos? Yeah, good. So that's what you'd need to use. Not that one, but the ones that are specific to a major label, you need that in there. Because that's actually the biggest part of this, is this section here, yeah? So what we're looking at are the contents from these things. Alright? And then this is an overview. So for example, the music videos from a major label would have a larger budget, would reach more people because you can distribute it more, create more hype about it, have more options of what style you want to shoot it in because they've again got more budgets, more know-how, more kind of resources, but less control over the work. So if you're making a music video for these people, your strategy as a maker of a music, it's not talking about the artist, it's talking about you working for them. You would have less control over the work, so you'd have to pitch them an idea and they'd say, yeah, but we want this in there because this is our business reasons. Yeah. There's more stress because you have quicker deadlines to meet. Yeah. Possibility you get dropped, a bit like film directors. Someone works on a project and they say, actually, no, we're not getting on with your idea for this vision, so we're going to get someone else in for it. Yeah. So these are the things that you need to get in there under that section. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. So you need to make sure that that's in there. You have mentioned here about her music video getting out to a bigger audience, but you're not writing about the fact that if I was working for this artist's record label to do her next video, these are the pros, these are the cons, these are the things. All right. So that's the post you want to look at to get yourself up to the distinction merit area, because what you've done is very good and detailed. Yeah. But we need to show that we understand the differences. So the stuff on that wheel should help you know which one we're talking about. So that one would be about self-produced ones, for example. Is that okay? But everything I put in that wheel came from this stuff. Yeah, so just look through it to improve it. Okay, right. So let's go to task 1. So this is your timeline. Yeah. So again, label it assignment 1 or 1A. I think this was, wasn't it? Yeah, 1A timeline. It's there. Look, history of music videos. Okay, so you need to get the. That's good. Right, so you've put what I wrote. That's good. So you're taking what someone else did and you're improving it to a high level. I like that. That's really good. You've mentioned what the conventions are, so we've already started getting a pass for that one there, where we talk about what the conventions of music videos are. You talked about lip syncing. You've talked about beat editing. So that's good. Yeah. Um, good. Yep. Excellent. Try and lay it out a bit nicer if you can. When you do the final assignment, do it in like you could do it in what's it. You could, or you could do it in Prezi, so it's like a line, or you could do it in TikTok or something a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yep. Excellent. That's good. That's the kind of, if you're going to do it, try and keep that as a consistent thing. So you've got that, for each heading, so I can go, oh yeah, there's the 80s, there's the mid 90s. Yeah. So that takes us all the way up to current day. Yeah. Good. Okay. That's awesome. That's very detailed. Okay. As an individual piece of work, we're looking at distinction there. Okay, that's really good. As long as you've talked about the third point, which is what was going on at the time. So like, yeah, good. Nowadays you've got music downloading. Yeah, awesome. Well done, mate. That's a very good piece of work. So this is our report purpose of music videos. Good. So you've got an example for each one on there. Good. So that should cover all those kind of things on there. Yeah. Okay, excellent. So for that, for the merit, you explain how and why. So why do they have to promote the artist? How do they do it in this video? Yeah. With reference to function, purpose and reason. So what are the reasons for promoting the artist? Because people want to identify with that artist, and that's why they buy their music. It's not really anything to do with the music, it's more to do with the image and identification with that image. Does that make sense? So people listen like Beyonce not because particularly her music's that good, but because she's a strong, independent black woman. Yeah, and you're kind of stuck for a lot of them as role models. Yeah, you're either going to go there or you're going to go Nicki Minaj nowadays. Yeah, Whitney Houston's dead, so that's it. Okay, excellent. So this is really good. I like the fact you've got examples for all of it. I'm just skimming through. Yep, that's very good. Yeah, I think you're onto a merit there. If you want the distinction, talk about the context surrounding it now. So the fact that budgets for them are smaller nowadays because people don't buy the music anymore, so we're relying more on the image. Yeah, so that's why I've put that. Look, some debates or arguments can be introduced through distinction. This idea of, do you remember we talked about visualization, that the videos become more important than the music, so the music's devalued. So you could bring some of this stuff in there now as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yep, same thing. If you've used any kind of key terminology, stick it in bold so it jumps out the page at me. Okay. This is okay, so this is task, I think this is 1C. So relabel it. You're talking about pop music. Good, you're talking about mise en scène. Again, anywhere where you've talked about costume or lighting, put those words in bold to draw my eye to it. Okay. I see, you've done it like this. That's interesting. Very interesting. Good. Yeah. Good. Right, now to get the distinction, okay, for your notes, you can make a note on this now. For the distinction for your genre conventions one, give us what's on the board there. Assess the genres and comment on the strengths and weaknesses of them. Yeah? So you can sort of compare them. Because the idea is, remember, this is a group piece of work. You've done your bit. Now look at your partners and say, right, so how do these genres compare? Do you see what I mean? What are the strengths and weaknesses of working for each genre? Like if you're doing a rock video, you're kind of resigned to having to do a performance. Yeah. If you're doing a pop video though, it's got to be a very high key performance with dancers and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Okay. Good. Okay, so you're on the way there, mate. You've got the majority of this, and then you've got task 2B here, which is your styles one. Okay, good. And that's your performance narrative and interpretive. Good. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, so again, for the distinction for this, compare each one, yeah, and talk about what the strengths and weaknesses are with them. Okay, but it looks to me, yeah, very good. Lip syncing the song, good. You talked about trying to sell them to the fans. Mentioned about the tour, for example, the concert tickets, where you've talked about impressionist. Yeah, good. Okay, with the intertextuality, you might want to, again, that's a pass, that one at the minute. You've said what it is and given examples, but you want to talk about why they use it. Yeah, Why do we use intertextuality? Yeah, why do we refer to other stuff in video? It's to make the audience, it's like Family Guy. It's to make the audience go, oh, I get it. You know, like, do you remember everyone went mad yesterday when I showed them that video with Trip to the Moon in it? And everyone went, oh, I get it. That's why we use it. Yeah, so that's why it's in there. So try, remember, it's that thing here for the merit, how and why. Yeah, the purpose of using intertextuality. Okay, good. Well done, Michael. You're on track, mate. Very happy with that. Okay, a few tweaks, we can get you up to